Hey y'all, it is June the 14th, 2020, 2024. And since it's June the 14th, 2024, let me just bring up real quick on a different note that so-called Juneteenth is coming up. And Juneteenth ain't nothing but a made-up, ignorant-sounding holiday. The name of it even sounds ignorant. And I believe it's a weapon against black people. And I don't appreciate that at all. And I want to mention real briefly that it does seem quite clear that, especially that celebration at the White House about Juneteenth, it's kind of odd because it wasn't even on the holiday. It's like weeks before the holiday. And that just doesn't make sense. Why didn't you celebrate Juneteenth on Juneteenth? Was that a problem? I guess it was. All right, but of course that was very bizarre, was it not? I want to point out that in some sort of out of this world type of way, that some forces that be wish to make the entirety of what's called black people and transgenders, they want to mix that up so bad that you don't know the difference. They want to. It seems as though the agenda is to make black people and transgender basically synonymous. That's terrifying, and I don't appreciate. I'm not black. I don't appreciate that. Okay. But I do want to talk just real briefly about the dreams that I had last night. And yes, I did. I keep having them. Some are more detailed than others, and some I remember better than others. Last night, I don't remember it too good. But I do recall two separate dreams. One dream, the first dream, chronological order, was about, it was weird. I mean, it's a dream, but basically it was me as first person, and I was me, but I knew also that I was my daughter. It was like an infusion of the two, like I just said, but with black people and transgender somehow trying to be infused constantly. It was as though I was infused with my daughter. I was my daughter, but I was also me. And I believe I was a boy, but I did not check. And I was 4 years old. And I was wandering around doing whatever it is that myself or my daughter at the same time would be doing. I don't really recall much of the details of that dream. I wish I did. Then actually after that, I had a second dream which was completely different. Had nothing to do with my daughter at all. And as far as I even know, I didn't recognize anybody in the dream from real life. And the thing is, I'm not going to describe the dream. It was so bizarre. I do remember parts of the dream and the consequences of it. And it was very bizarre. But unless somebody begs me to reveal this dream, I honestly don't even feel like sharing this dream. It was bizarre. But I want to finish by saying this, not about my dreams, but recently, folks that I know here upon the internet, I've been extra open, to having them expand my mind. Or I mean, just to put it more simply, having God expand my mind through people who I know saying things that are quite profound. So shout out to both Maitre Mark, my man, and shout out to Mr.Sheppard, also my man. Thing is, I haven't known Mr.Sheppard for very, very long. And as it stands now, dude, I've known Maitre Mark for, it blows my mind, but for years and years now, it seems. Years and years I've known Maitre Mark. And yet and still, he finds ways, or God finds ways for him to expand and blow out my mind. People starting equipment over there, and it's loud. Man, I don't know how well you can hear it, but that is annoying. All right. Let me go inside because the noise might be very annoying to you. I'm gonna go inside right quick. Oh my god. Hopefully they stop at the noise. They probably won't. The damn noise. I gotta actually unlock the door. God, hold on one second. Don't want to cut off the camera. Too much work. Okay. Alright. It doesn't look too bad right here and stuff. Should be alright. Is it a light? Oh yeah. Okay. Alright. So, but shout out to them, blowing my freaking mind, and of course they keep going with the equipment. I don't blame them, they got a job to do. Alright, but blowing my freaking ever-loving mind out and expanding my mind so hard. I think it's very important for people to choose people right now who are real close to them, say on the internet, who you can have back and forth conversations with, and allow them to expand your mind. I think that's going to be very crucial in these last days. All right, but shout out to Mr.Sheppard. He's laying down all sort of truth bombs that I can barely handle, and he's had me. He didn't have me, but he's inspired me to listen to more and more Tupac. And of course, I'm familiar with a lot of Tupac songs, but I've been inspired to listen to more Tupac songs. And so since then, since a couple of days ago, I've been listening to This Is Tupac on Spotify. All right. So it's where they attempt to give me the essence of Tupac, all his most greatest hits and stuff like that. And I was on my morning walk earlier this morning just listening to Tupac, and I damn near on a couple of different occasions got choked up and wanted to start crying because of how deep it is. The Tupac, how deep, how so damn deep. I wanted to start crying. All right, and we're definitely going to talk about that category, say hip hop and rap music, and people who are very influential, who either are real ones or are mad fake ones. Surely we're going to talk about that. But also, again, shout out to Maitre Mark. I mean, just talking to me about dreams, talking to me about Nephilim, talking to me about the afterlife and everything else like that. I can barely handle it. But I thank God for both of these fellas in particular. And I thank God, say for Bart Fine out there, if he gets a wind of this. And all the other ones, Brenda and Angela Tate and everybody else. There's a lot. Philip, throughout the years, there's been a lot. I thank God for y'all. I thank God. And as I just said, I feel like I can barely handle, and God has given me the grace enough to barely be able to handle the truth bombs that y'all been laying out. And I appreciate y'all in these last days. Jesus is King, the King of Kings forever and ever. I don't care what nobody says. He's my brother. And that's about it. It is June the 14th, 2020, 2024.